Well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2019. As you can see, the Hookster is currently in 7th position with 96 World Championship points. Lulu in the lead. As we look at the vehicle performance comparison chart, we can see we are fourth from bottom, and we now are above the Racing Point team. And we've got some more durability parts to go on later on in the R&D, and we're just going to bolt some more parts now onto the car. Fantastic.
Welcome, F1 fans, where qualifying will be starting in the next few minutes as the teams prepare to get out on track at the Sochi Autodrome here in Russia.
So here we are for qualifying at Russia. Let's have a look and see what fantastic time the Hookster's going to put in for his first qualifying run in, of course, the Alfa Romeo car. Yes, the Alfa Romeo just coming around the final corner now. Fastest up at the moment for Adri Bottas, and it's third place. Wowzers be trousers. Third position, just 1.1 second behind the leader. Anyway, a little bit later to qualify, you can see that we've dropped down, but only to 5th position. Hamilton currently has pole position with a 1:33.670. Vettel's in 4th, and we are still holding on at the moment to 5th place. And as you can see, our delta times are actually up almost half a second, which means we could actually improve on this 5th place. As we're just about to come down now and have a look. Do we? Yes! Bloody hell! 2nd position. We have split the Mercedes right down the middle. I can't believe it. Anyway, a little bit later to qualify, you can see the qualifying has now been completed. Unfortunately, Hamilton did get us at the end, but we're still at the moment holding on to 3rd place and still slightly up on the delta times. So I'm not quite sure if we're going to displace Hamilton or actually stay in 3rd place. Let's have a look when we cross the line, and what's it going to be? It's... No, still 3rd position, but a bloody good result, has to be said. A bloody good result indeed for Russia. So there you go then, 3rd place for the Hookster, only 12th for Kimi Räikkönen in the same car, don't forget. Well, let's get on with this race and see what happens.
Welcome one and all to the Russian Grand Prix. We're just a stone's throw from the Georgian border here at Sochi as we get ready to begin the race that served up an absolute cracker back in 2015. A last lap collision between Kimi Räikkönen and Valtteri Bottas sparked controversy in that race, so let's hope the racing is just as tight today. It's time to go racing then in the Sochi Autodrome, where the long run down to the heavy braking zone at turn 2 is one of 2 DRS zones around this 3.6 mile circuit. The other, of course, down into turn 13. 18 corners make up a lap here today, with an average speed somewhere in the region of 130 miles an hour. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Let's have a chat about Williams. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have the captain, Verstappen, Sebastian Vettel and Faber, Albon, Magnussen, Leclerc and Roman Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Räikkönen, Sergio Perez and Norris, Kvyat, Stroll, Devon Butler and Carlos Sainz. Russell and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid, and with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So here we go then, it's time for the 5 lights to go out on the All Seasons clear motor. We say go, 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 and it's away he goes. Great start for Hookster. As you can see, he's got both the Mercedes in front of him. We've got Bottas and Hamilton starting, of course, from 3rd position. He's going to see if he can sneak down the outside, but no, not at the moment. So what's he going to do? We know what he's going to do. He's going to try and go for the inside line. Yes, he is into turn 1. Oh, Hookster, where are you going? Where are you going, Hookster? Oh, bloody hell, he's done it. Yes, he's bloody well done it. Up into the lead of the Grand Prix. He has bested both the Mercedes drivers and up into 1st position. Wowzers, me trousers. I cannot believe it, but look at these Mercedes drivers. They are right up his chuff, right up his chuff. He's going to have a really hard job to try and hold these 2 back, because of course they are in Mercedes cars and we are only in the Alfa Romeo, a car that's improving, but it certainly isn't up there with the pace of the Mercedes. But as you can see, little bit of a gap for me between the Hookster now and both the Mercedes drivers. Hamilton is now in 2nd position, Valtteri Bottas is now in 3rd, and the Hookster is still in the lead of this Grand Prix. But for how much longer? One of them's broken away. I think it's Lewis Hamilton from Valtteri Bottas. Yes, he's now right behind the Hookster. This is going to get very, very dicey. Of course, there's no DRS at the moment because we're only on the first lap, but Hamilton's still got pace in his car, still got pace, and it's going to be too much for us to try and hold him off. But at the moment, if we can just hold on for one lap in the lead, that would be absolutely fantastic in this car at the moment, which certainly isn't up there with the front runners. But that would be great if we could just hang on to the lead for one lap of this Grand Prix. We're just coming around the final corners now. The gorgeous Russian circuit. Yes, absolutely gorgeous. The sunshine is shining like crazy at Sochi, and we've still got both these Mercedes right up our chuff. Right, oh, a little bit of a bollard being knocked over there by the Hookster, and he's just putting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. But Hamilton's right up his chuff now, right up his chuff. What's he going to do? Is he going to go for a move already before we go into lap 3 and into the DRS zone? I'm not quite sure, but I think he's going to see if he can dive down the inside. But has he got it? No, he hasn't. Hookster has to go very, very wide now on the exit because he was unsighted there. He thought that Hamilton was going to go for the move, but he manages to hold on to this first position at the moment on lap 2. To accelerate forward now, still on lap 2. Hamilton still in pursuit, as you can see, less than quarter of a second behind him now, and he's going for a move down the inside. Oh, Jesus! Hookster has to go very, very wide there, very, very wide, but still manages to maintain this first position from Lewis Hamilton at the moment on lap 2 as we accelerate forward now. Still on lap 2, just starting lap 3 now, and the DRS has now been enabled. This is going to be the opportunity that Hamilton needs. Here he goes. Oh, and there's contact. I'm sure there was contact between Lewis Hamilton and the Hookster there. I'm not quite sure, and he's off to the left-hand side, and he gets past Hookster, and there's about to be Bottas as well, but the Hookster just threads the needle through the middle of both of them, goes very, very wide in the exit though, but manages to hold on at the moment. I say that though because there's a car now round on the right hand side. Who is it? I think it's Lewis Hamilton, and as you can see, he now gets past the Hookster once again, but I think we're going to do the switchback on him and dive down the inside. Yes, we do. Oh, bloody hell indeed. Yes, we managed to get back up into the lead of this Grand Prix on lap 3. Wowzers, I've got an ice cream headache now as we accelerate forward now, still on lap 3, still holding on somehow, I don't know how, but we are holding on to the lead of this Grand Prix. And look at this, we've got some damage to the front wing of the car. That's not good. That's going to affect our downforce. That may have been with that slight little bit of contact between us and Lewis Hamilton, but yes, we've certainly got some damage now to the front wing. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to lap 5, and as you can see, fastest lap now goes to Lewis Hamilton. Oh dear. But he is actually behind now. I think it's Sebastian Vettel. Yes, Vettel's managed to get past Hamilton at the moment, and the Hookster on lap 5 is still in the lead as we accelerate forward now, still on lap 5, still holding on to this lead position at the moment, but Vettel is now looking like a very, very angry red wasp right behind the Hookster. Let's see if he goes for a move down this straight. Of course, he's going to have the DRS. Let's see if he goes for it. Oh, yes, he's going around the outside of the Hookster, and so is Lewis Hamilton trying to get into the mix as well. But once again, the Hookster does a brilliant switchback manoeuvre there. The hand of truth goes up, though, to say there's a little bit of contact. But yes, he managed to get through again and still hold on to this first place on lap 5 of this Grand Prix. As we accelerate forward now to lap 6. Still holding on to the lead. Hamilton now has got past Sebastian Vettel. He's up now to second position, and it's almost time for us to come in for our pit stop. Still got that damage to the wing. We're not going to change it. We're just going to carry on going because otherwise we're going to lose too many positions when we come in for our pit stop. So we carry on. Fastest lap now goes to Alexander Albon. I don't believe that. I just really don't believe that, but yes, indeed. So still in the lead for the Hookster at the moment. Hamilton in second place. Vettel now in third position. But look at this. Hamilton once again trying to go for a move, and I think he's going to force us wide. Well, no, we managed to gather it up there on the exit beautifully there from the Hookster, and he's still holding on to this first position. Anyway, we accelerate forward out to lap 7. Now the Hookster is now going to come in for his pit stop. Yes. One and only stop. We stopped from first place, and we've got Vettel in behind us and Lewis Hamilton as well. So this could be very, very interesting as Albon takes over the lead in the Red Bull. What is going to happen here? Now, of course, our pit lane is not right down the bottom, but it's almost there. There's 2 more garages in front of us. So we change now on to the harder tyre, the yellow sideball tyre. And oh no, we're getting held, and Vettel's gone past us. Sebastian Vettel has gone past us as we come out of the pits. No, this is disaster, because I think Vettel is currently the race leader. Yes, I think he's currently the race leader after everyone else has stopped. So we've got to get past Sebastian Vettel if we've got any chance of holding on to the lead of this Grand Prix. What is the Hookster going to do? Oh God, no. I know what he's going to do. I know what he's going to do. Hookster, no, he does it, he sends it. Oh, wide, very, very well. The exit gets a warning for corner cutting there, and Sebastian Vettel's still off to the right-hand side. As you can see, he's going to do the switch back on him like he did earlier on Lewis Hamilton. I'm not quite sure. Oh, no, he holds his position, and Sebastian Vettel still trying to get past, but yes, he managed to get past him. That was absolutely vital. If he wanted to win this race, he had to get in front of Sebastian Vettel. As we accelerate forward now to lap 8, 15th position at the moment for the Hookster. But cars have now come in for their pit stops, so we're going to gain a few positions. But where are we going to end up after everyone has made their stop? Are we going to get back into the lead? Well, we've made it up now to 5th position. Yes, 5th place. I'm not quite sure, lads, but I think we may have done it. I think we may have bloody well done it as we accelerate forward now to lap 9. Yes, lap 9. Just going past the pits again, and we can just see on the mini-map that there are more cars in. I think, is that everybody? Is that everybody coming to the pits? I think it may be. We're just coming round now, and we've just put in a faster lap. Well, we did, but Sebastian Vettel just beat it straight away. And yes, I don't believe it. Get in there. Yes, we have gone back into the lead of this Grand Prix on lap 10 with just a few more laps to go. Got to be very careful now though, because we are now low on fuel, minus 30 on the fuel, so we've got to be very, very careful if we've got any chance of winning this Grand Prix. Still in the lead at the moment. Vettel is now the car behind, and he's very, very angry, as you can see, trying to get past us. Or we're going to do a switch back once again on Vettel. I think we are, yes. And oh, it's a beautiful move in the end for Hookster. No contact whatsoever, and he manages to maintain his first position now as we accelerate forward out to lap 11. And once again, we've got a car trying to get past us, and it's Lewis Hamilton this time with the DRS, but I think we're going to have this inside line that we almost always seem to favour. And yes, and once again, no contact with the other car, and it's a beautiful move there from Hookster, and he holds on to first position as we accelerate forward out to lap 12. We're just about to start the last lap of this Grand Prix, everyone. I cannot hold my excitement for much longer, but yes, and we are still in the lead of this race. And not only that, half a second now is the gap between us and Lewis Hamilton. I just can't believe it. I can't believe I've just said that, but yes, half a second. But oh, as I say that, he manages to claw that half a second back straight away. Oh, and he outbrakes himself though. Outbrakes himself into turn one. We go a little bit wide as well, not expecting what he was going to end up doing. And we still now hold on to the lead. But look at the red arrow. Look at the red arrow. It's Lewis Hamilton once again, this time going around the outside of us. But we do the switch back on him and manage to hold on, do we? Oh, very wide on the exit there. But oh no, he's got past us. No, Hamilton, you bugger. What's he going to do? He dives down there. Oh, he sends it. He sends it. Oh, there's damage. There's damage to the car. I don't believe it. There's more damage to that front wing. Unfortunately, we've made contact with Lewis Hamilton. But this is the last lap of the race. The last lap of the race. So we should be okay if we can just hold off from the cars behind. Vettel has now got past Hamilton. Hamilton's dropped back, so we got Vettel in second place now and Valtteri Bottas. But look, we've got some serious damage to that wing now, which is going to affect our downforce. And the fuel's very low as well. We've got to lean off the fuel, unfortunately. Well, luckily for us, the cars behind seem to have dropped back a little bit. But is this going to be enough for us to win this bloody Grand Prix at the Sochi circuit? I'm not quite sure. We will find out any minute now. And now into the mix, we've got some green flags and yellows going on the final stages of this Grand Prix. Just a few more corners to go. We should be okay. Hopefully we should be okay. I'm not quite sure though. Let's have a look. Oh no, the fuel. We're in low fuel mode. No, we're out of fuel. But the line's right there. It's just around the corner. Come on, Hookster. Come on. Are we going to do it? Valtteri Bottas is right up on top and we cross the line. Did we do it?
Absolutely fantastic.
Yes! Bloody hell. Fuck's sake. We crossed the line with no fuel in the car. It was starting to slow down as well, but thankfully at Sochi the line is right there around the corner and we managed to cross it just in front of Valtteri Bottas. Get in there. Well done, Hookster. Jesus, I need to lie down now. There are the Alfa Romeo team mechanics congratulating them. Well, they're surprised actually that the result paid off as it did. And there's Lucas Weber, who finished in 5th place in the Renault. Wowzers, me trousers. There he is then, there's Hookster. Look at him, so sprightly. Only 39 years old. He just won a bloody race in an Alfa Romeo. Can you believe it? Valtteri Bottas in 2nd place and Sebastian Vettel in 3rd position as the champagne goes over everyone. Well done indeed. Yes. Well, that's going to go down as one of the all-time classics in the all-season series. Definitely. That was a good one. I enjoyed that. I've just remembered why I do the all seasons. So, after that, you can see Hookster is still in 7th place with 121 points now, though. 19th for Kimi Räikkönen. And we're 4th now in the Constructors. Wowzers, mid-trousers. Best of the rest to be said. Has to be there. Best of the rest. Okay, after all that excitement, it's now time for the next Grand Prix, which unfortunately is in Japan. Yes, but before we do that, we've got to start our contract negotiation. And of course, we are going to be staying with Alfa Romeo for the next 4 rounds of the championship. So we're just going to do that. Yes, negotiation has been successful. We just added a few bits onto there. And we are now staying with Alfa Romeo for the next 4 rounds of the championship. So now we've got to select our rival. And we are going to select Lando Norris. Yes. There's method in my madness. As you can see in the performance comparison table, we've actually dropped down behind Racing Point now after that round, unfortunately. So we've lost a little bit of performance there. But anyway, before we continue, it's time now for one of those beautiful, beautiful cars from the 70s. I think it is anyway. It's a very, very old McLaren. Very, very old indeed. And it's time for one of those beautiful checkpoint races. And we've got to beat, I think we've got to beat Kimi Räikkönen. Let's see if we can. I'm not quite sure. Let's go for all these checkpoints. We are, of course, at Azerbaijan. Yes, at Baku. And oh, what a car this is. Absolutely beautiful. I just love the fact that the wing is quite large on this car, even though it's back in the 70s. Yeah, back. Anyway, I think we have completed our objectives. Yes, we have. We passed the invitational event. Fantastic. So, did we beat, was it Kimi? Oh, we didn't beat Kimi. Oh, dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, we did the total distance, that's all good.
Listen up, everyone. They've announced that the technical regulations are changing for next season. Now there's a risk a lot of our hard work could be undone if we're not careful. So let's figure out how to mitigate this. Drivers, take a look at the developments we have and let us know what you want to invest in protecting. Alright everyone, let's get on top of this.
Oh god, so just like last year, we've got some regulation changes for the Season 2, so we've got to protect our durability department, which is the only one that's affected actually, so that's not too bad, because the points for durability are quite low.
Welcome to the only figure of 8 track on the F1 calendar. We're here at Suzuka for qualifying today ahead of the Japanese Grand Prix.
So here we are at Japan, and the Hookster is not expecting any great things at Japan because he doesn't like the circuit, and of course the S sections into turn 1 and into turn 2 are really, really difficult to do, and especially as we haven't got the performance in the car. Only 14th place at the moment for the Hookster. As he crosses the line, it's still 14th position. Valtteri Bottas has got pole at the moment. As we accelerate forward a little bit later, that's actually the end of qualifying, and it's 18th position at the moment as the Hookster crawls across the line with no fuel in his car. So it looks like a very, very disappointing 18th position for Japan. Let's see if it was. Yes, it is. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So it's real 0 to 0 stuff once again. So there you go then. 8th position was Kimi Räikkönen. Wow, well done to Kimi. And Valtteri Bottas got pole position. Okay then, let's do this.
We're live today from the Mie Prefecture of Japan as we look forward to the Japanese Grand Prix. The 2015 race here was one of only 5 Grand Prix in history to feature no retirements at all. Although with the highly competitive field we have today, I don't expect we'll be repeating that stat anytime soon. 18 corners make up a lap of the incredible figure of 8 Suzuka circuit, with 10 to the right and 8 to the left, for a distance of 3.6 miles. Average lap speeds around here are fairly quick. If it stays dry, then expect somewhere in the region of 136 miles per hour. Alongside me once again for coverage of today's race, it's none other than the great Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about the captain. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, We have Hamilton, Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Perez, Weber, Norris and Alexander Albon, Grosjean, Hulkenberg, Daniel Ricciardo and Stroll, Butler, the captain, Kimi Raikkonen and Kevin Magnussen. Fiat and George Russell ends our grid lineup, and with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the all-seasons career mode. And we say go, go, go. And it's way he goes. Actually starting from 16th on the grid because other cars had penalties. We got Ricciardo, we got Stroll now. Fortunately in Japan, we've got no chance of a dive bomb because of this first turn 1. As you can see, he's just got a hold station. A little bit of carbon fibre flying off one of the Williams cars, I do believe there. But he's still just holding station. He's behind Hulkenberg now. There's Stroll in front as well as we now go through the very, very complicated S section. And now we're holding on to 14th place at the moment, so I'm not expecting good things, unfortunately, in this Japanese race. But we are still in there. We are still in there and fighting like crazy. Now you can see that the team have actually put us on the harder tyre, the medium tyre, for our first stint. I'm not quite sure that's going to work out very well as we now go for a dive on the inside of Lance Stroll. Wowzers me trousers, that was a fantastic move there. The Hookster just smelt that opportunity and just went for it, Now he's going for Hulkenberg and he's going for one of the McLaren as well. He slots in between both of them. That was Lando Norris now between 11th position. Gets a warning for collision with Norris though, but now he's just behind Alexander Albon. As I say, they've put us on the harder tyre, the medium tyre for the rest of this stint. I'm not quite sure that's a good idea because we've always lost out when they've done that due to undercuts. So I'm not quite sure this is going to quite work out, to be honest. But we were pretty much last on the grid or way down there in about 16th place, so I can see why they did it, but I just don't see the logic myself. Don't see the logic. Anyway, almost the end of lap 1 as we go through the beautiful 130R complex section of the Japanese circuit. Still lots of cars in front of us and we are going very, very wide there on the exit, trying to hold on. And Valtteri Bottas puts in the fastest lap, which is about to complete lap 1, and we're still holding on. As we just look back now, look back from the nose camera and see, oh look, there's Hulkenberg in, of course, the Renault, trying to get past. He's going to see if he can sneak down the inside, but we're going to have him covered off quite superbly as we go into lap 2 now of this Grand Prix. We accelerate forward out to lap 4, still hold on to the 11th position, and we're getting contact with Hulkenberg. Look at this, he's diving around the inside of us, but we're still holding on to the moment. But I think Hulkenberg may have us as he dives around the outside. Yes, he does. Look, no defence whatsoever for Hookster there. He just had nothing that he could do, and he's lost the position. Yes, he's lost the position down to 12th place on lap 4 of this Grand Prix at Japan. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, we accelerate forward now, still on lap 4, just the end of lap 4, and you can see we've managed to catch up to the back of Hulkenberg. Let's see if we can do a move and get past him as we go through 130R. Well, he's piling the power. I think he's going to go to the inside line as we go to... Yes, he does. There you go. Brakes very, very late indeed and manages to get the place back. So we're back up into 11th position, but sadly still just outside the World Championship points as we accelerate forward out to lap 6. Just going past the pits. Some cars have come in for their stop time. Again, of course, we are going very, very long because we're on these medium tyres. So we're going to gain quite a few positions up now into 9th, is it? Yes, 9th. There's cars just come out of the pits. 8th position there. 8th position just behind Alexander Albon, but ahead of Kevin Magnussen. We accelerate forward out to lap 7. Just going past the pits again. We're still running very, very long in this Grand Prix, and there's more cars that have just come in now. There's 3, in fact. So we are, and our teammate is in as well, Kimi Raikkonen, as Lewis Hamilton tries to sneak round the outside of us, but I think he's got us. I think he's managed to get us. Yes, he has. So we have lost another position here, so we're down to 6th place. Hamilton now up into 5th, and I think, no, I don't know whether Hamilton's actually stopped yet or not. Anyway, we accelerate forward to lap 8, still holding on to this 6th position as we go past the pits. More cars have come in, and look at this, we've got some real pressure. It's one of the Ferraris. I think it's both the Ferraris. It's Leclerc and Vettel. Well, Leclerc managed to get past us. Vettel didn't manage to because we switched back on him, but we have once again lost another position as we accelerate forward out to lap 10. So I think finally we're going to come in for our pit stop. Yes, we are. So we pit from 5th position for our one and only stop. But I just don't think this is going to work out. I think we're going to get undercut. Anyway, hopefully we're going to go on to the soft tyre now for the remaining stint. There's only a few, but oh no, I don't believe it. The team have put the hard tyres on. I don't believe it. Why on earth did they put the hard tyres on with only 3 more laps to go? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, that's it then. No points for us in this round, unfortunately. Yes, we're down to 13th place as Devon Butler goes past us. And our teammate Kimi Raikkonen, because for some unknown reason they put us on a hard tyre, even though I had the soft tyre selected at the start of the Grand Prix. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to lap 13, the last lap of the Grand Prix. Valtteri Bottas has won the race, and unfortunately we are only going to cross the line in 14th place. Very, very bad decisions from our team there in the pit strategy, has to be said. Very, very poor decision indeed. If we'd had actually gone for the softer tyre, I think we could have caught up with a couple of cars ahead of us and maybe just scraped into 10th position. But no, it's not to be. But after all the greatness of our previous race, it's good just to finish another race at Japan and get on to the next one, because we really just don't like Japan at all. But anyway, few more calls to go now, and it's the end of the Grand Prix, and Hookster is going to cross the line in 14th position, just behind Devon Butler, but still ahead of Nico Hulkenberg as the flag comes out. Yes, there he goes and crosses the line. Well done, Hookster. Well done indeed. Woo! So pretty disappointing, but we're not too concerned after the last round, has to be said. And there's Toto Wolff, if the rest of him actually manages to load. And there it goes. Is your name... No, stop it now, stop it. There's Valtteri Bottas, who was the race winner. Well done, Valtteri. Well done indeed. And there's the team mechanics congratulating themselves. Well done, lads. And there's Alex Gillian in the background. F1 YouTuber extraordinaire. Yes. And there's Laurent Grosjean, who finished in 9th position. Yes, 9th place. So up there onto the podium. There they are. There's the winners. Valtteri on the top step. Max Verstappen in 2nd place. And Lewis Hamilton in 3rd position as Valtteri takes the trophy off some strange bloke. Yes, some strange bloke. It's time for the champagne to go over everyone now. Champagne time. Well done, lads. Well done indeed. There you go then. Unfortunately, no points in this round for the Hookster. So we're going to go to the final points and see where we are placed after both these rounds. So there you go then. 14th for the Hookster, 12th for Kimi Räikkönen, so not bad from Kimi, but he really didn't do that well either. So let's go to the final standings now after both these rounds, and you can see we're still in 7th place with 121 points, and Lewis Hamilton still way out in the lead. And Max Verstappen's gone up into 4th position, and Charles Leclerc has dropped. We are, of course, still best of the rest. You have to say, we are up there as best of the rest behind Ferrari, Red Bull and Mercedes, which is great to see in our little Alpha car. Our little Alpha car, yes. Kimi Räikkönen still 19th place with 10 World Championship points. So I'd just like to say thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. I'm going for a lie down now after all that excitement. And yes, of course, there will of course be more later.